Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Ana Salwa binti Mazin. I am from Faculty of Business and Accountancy from University Polytech Malaysia, presenting this work together with my colleagues Fatih Nadra binti Muhammad here and Dr. Suzilawati binti Oyo. Our presentation today is titled Earning Management in the Bank Era of Sustainability with IFRS as 2. To set the stage, let me begin with the background and why this study is significant. My presentation today will be divided into 5 parts. The first one will be the introduction, next we'll move on to the literature review, conceptual framework, methodology, and the last one will be the conclusion. Banks today face growing pressure from regulators, investors, and society. Why? Because they want to demonstrate their sustainability and ESG performance. While this pressure can enhance trust in the short term, some banks may resort to earning management or selective disclosure to appear sustainable. This undermines transparency and long term credibility. To better understand this problem, let us now look at the role of regulatory compliance. Regulation such as climate-related disclosure requirements aims to improve accountability and transparency. However, in practice, weak enforcement mechanisms and flexible standards create room for manipulation. Banks may overstate their green investment, conceal carbon-intensive exposure, or strategically time provision to appear financially and environmentally prudent. This undermines both stakeholder trust and the credibility of regulators themselves. Beyond regulation, stakeholder expectation also play a central role in shaping banks' behavior. Let's look at this aspect. Stakeholders, including investors, regulators, and the public, will demand transparent and reliable ESG disclosure. However, banks often selectively disclose positive aspects such as green financing initiative while minimizing or ignoring negative aspects such as fossil fuel investment. This creates a symbolic image that only satisfies stakeholders on the surface level but fails to provide the full picture. The gap between perception and reality is where earning management thrives. So, the question becomes, are these commitments genuine or symbolic? There are two main approaches. The first one is genuine commitment. ESG principles are embedded in strategy and decision making, which foster trust and long term sustainability. Number two, symbolic commitments. Sustainability reporting is polished for appearance only but lacks substantive change. Genuine sustainability efforts discourage earning management while symbolic action increase the risk of manipulation and credibility loss. To understand why banks take this different path, we must turn to the theory. Our analysis draw on three theoretical perspectives. Number one, institutional theory, which suggests that banks adopt ESG practices to gain legitimacy, sometimes symbolically. Number two, legitimacy theory, which explain how disclosure are used to maintain societal trust. And the last one, number three, agency theory, which highlights the conflict between manager which only focus on the short-term goals and stakeholder who only focus on the long-term stability. Together, this theory combined shows that ESG reporting can either reduce opportunity behavior by improving transparency or enable it if disclosure are symbolic. This theoretical insight also align with what has been observed in the literature. Prior research revealed mixed results. In European Union (EU), regulation increased reporting but focused only to the quantity over quality. This is mentioned by Kocha et al. 2021. While in Malaysia, governance structure encourage ESG reporting, though symbolic compliance remain common. This is also mentioned by Colsey et al. 2022. Peer imitation. Banks often copy practices from leading peers without meaningful substance. This is mentioned by Tizawe et al. 2025. Superficial integration. ESG adoption is frequently for compliance, not transformation. Research done by Ferrariti et al. 2024. Ownership and governance pressure drive disclosure but don't always guarantee genuine change. Research done by Fozia et al. 2024. Transparency reduce manipulation done by Yalchin and Gans 2023, but symbolic reporting conceal it. Research done by Pakawaru et al. 2021. Based on this insight, ladies and gentlemen, we develop a conceptual framework. This conceptual framework synthesizes financial reporting, ESG disclosure, and earning management theories. It built on institutional legitimacy and agency perspective to explore how IFRS has to influence banks' reporting behavior. The framework highlights the dual role of ESG reporting, either as a tool for genuine accountability or as a symbolic shield. It also provides a basis for future empirical validation and policy design. With the framework in place, let's move to the methodology adopted in this study. This research adopts a conceptual approach. Instead of testing hypotheses with numerical data, it synthesizes theory and prior literature to explore the potential impact of IFRS S2. These methods allow us to identify conceptual linkage and gaps, which can later be tested empirically. By doing so, it lays the groundwork for future quantitative studies and policy evaluation. Now, let us conclude with the main takeaways and their implication. Our study finds that IFRS S2 has the potential to improve transparency and reduce earning management, but its effectiveness is not guaranteed. The key condition includes strong and consistent regulatory enforcement, pressure from informed and active stakeholders, and a genuine commitment to sustainability from within the bank themselves. Without this condition, everyone, ESG reporting risks becoming a symbolic exercise that hide manipulation rather than exposing it. Future research should therefore focus on refining the standard, enhancing the governance, and promoting authenticity in disclosure. To wrap up, let me share you guys some final remarks. Improving sustainability reporting goes beyond compliance, everyone. It is also about building the long term trust with stakeholders and society at large. When ESG commitments are genuine, they strengthen accountability and reduce manipulation. However, symbolic commitments threaten credibility and may undermine confidence in the banking system as a whole. With that, on behalf of my colleagues, I thank you sincerely for your attention and I now welcome any questions or feedback. Thank you, everyone.